that does a lot for you because it's, as I was saying, like experience and you learn what to do in these kind of situations. You learn how to play against a player rather than just playing your character. And that, like, it doesn't seem like that much at first to certain people, but you start really picking up on it. You start being like, no, like this dude is playing against him right now. He's not playing against Fox. He's playing to this guy. And that's where you start seeing, that's where it starts being really defeating, is when someone is just straight playing against you and, you know, you can't do anything about that. That is the most frustrating stuff. And like as a Bowser main, like anytime there's a shift in momentum, I'm basically just almost blindly being like, I guess I can try and hold this direction. Please get me out. Like, oh my goodness. There's nothing I can do here. So I gotta like wait for my kind of opportunities. But in general, if you're having trouble, like you want to see yourself get better, like yeah, it's very important to keep playing people. Yeah. Okay, so we got Stefiroth here and Joden, our ESS boy. Peter's also here on mic with me. Let me change up.
You wouldn't know it though.
Yeah, yeah. You were a little quiet there. That's all right. Let's see here. How do I? Oh, how do I? I don't even remember that song.
I don't know that song.
Yeah, I think it's a 90s song. I don't remember. It's R&B. So tell me how you feel about this matchup, and do you know much about Stefiroth? I know you've played against Joden a few times, but
I played Stefiroth this tournament. I've never heard of him before that.
Yeah, he kind of keeps to himself too whenever he comes here, but he's more of like.
Is he the one that comes every week but doesn't enter?
From time to time, yeah.
Okay.
He is not a huge fan of entering because I think he sees like the gap between him and the people who are constantly like top 4, top 5. And it's kind of like defeating him. But I mean,
there's no way to bridge that gap unless you enter.
Yeah, well, it's like not even unless you enter, but that's like the attitude. I think like if you have that attitude of like, nah, I'm just gonna keep going in. It doesn't matter if I'm gonna lose. It should be about like gaining information. If I recognize I'm not that great, and even if I am that great, like it should always be about gaining information. At least, you know, on my end, I want to get better.
Yeah, like if you're getting bodied, you can still win.
Oh, absolutely. Like if
that's when you learn the most.
Yeah. Yeah, and like newer players, like they get bodied super hard and they ask why, and like almost every single time I get asked that question, it's something else, and it's like, oh man, like I can't put a finger on it. One of the main things I start telling people is like, dude, DI and the dynamic defense of this game does so much for you when you know how to use it. Oh my god, that was like the main reason I ran into my buddy, and he was like, dude, all your combos go all the way through, but I can't do anything. What's going on there? I'm like, I'm DIing out of almost everything that you're doing. That's like literally the main reason I'm getting out. And you're playing against comms. Comms have consistent, simple, bad DI, and that's why you're beating them so easily, so handily. So, so you haven't seen much of Stefiroth here. Joden seems to be handling him pretty deftly. How do you feel about this matchup in general, though? Olimar versus Marth.
I don't know much about Olimar, but I'm pretty sure that Marth wins.
Yeah, I think, yeah, this is one of those ones where it's like pretty safe to say.
Edge guarding disjoints doesn't look good for Olimar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his up B is really hard to sweet spot, and it's a bad move. Like,
it's awful.
Yeah.
The tether is better.
Oh yeah, yeah, and plus it was cooler in my opinion. But that's fine.
I was thinking
that forward smash.
I was thinking that Chevy. I was like, wait, calm.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, kick.
People shouldn't be playing against comms, right?
Wait, you see the chat, right?
Never heard comm.
Yeah.
CPU AI. Oh, I always call them comms. I don't know. You never heard of comm?
No.
Well,
I'm with Chevy on this one.
Really? It's just stands for computer player.
Well, I mean, I could figure that out, but like,
yeah. Tether was lame and stupid. Whatever, Chevy. Brawl tethers are trash. It's true. I mean, like, they could have done better things with the tethers, but I think the tether was better than Olimar's current up B. While it was, like, about as predictable, it just had more uses. There were more situations where it was more useful. And with, like, the newer tether mechanics, if they had that on him, I think he would have been just fine. But either way, like, his recovery should not be good. Dude, look at that. Look at that, Stefiroth. Just, oh my goodness. Like, I didn't get to catch all of that, but man, he took him all the way across that stage and took care of him. That was rad. Right on top of the CPU. Yeah, I know. I don't care. Yeah, I do think this is one of those matchups where Marth is just going to basically straight up win unless Olimar takes a very, very cautious route. And when I say that, I mean like a lot of Pikmin tossing, a lot of movement, a lot of creative weaving movement. Getting Marth in the air and getting him to whiff and then coming in with your own aerials and that kind of thing. And then really capitalizing when Marth goes off stage. Because like I feel like that's Olimar's most advantageous situation against Marth. And like it's definitely one of the easiest ways to kill him, but Olimar's one of those characters where luckily his aerial, almost all of his aerial moves have such a like disjoint safe hitbox outside of them that he's hitting with that it's like, I don't care if you're trying to forward air or like up B me, I'm still going to hit you, or I'm going to go for a trade. And even if I don't trade, you're probably just going to hit my Pikmin and I'm not going to lose anything. So going in hard and deep like that would be the way to do it there. A little bit of Roy zoning right there, that forward smash reaching all the way over him.
What do you think about Stefiroth's neutral?
About his new what?
Neutral.
Troll?
His neutral game.
Troll game.
Neutral.
Neutral, my bad.
Yeah.
He seems a little eager for the forward smash, which is like, that is just something that Marths do. So it's not anything against him. But yeah, his neutral game is like, he's less slippery than other Marths. He's less...
Yeah, he goes for the jump fairs, and that's pretty much his entire neutral with the occasional forward smash.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do well against it as DK because I don't know how to use DK. But I mean, I still kind of noticed it.
Yeah, but it's like noticing the situation is like half the battle anyways.
He didn't grab me once in our entire set.
Oof, that's, yeah, he's not great about using the dash dance to his advantage for sure. Like, he is one of the least dash dance happy Marths, and that's really holding him back because that is one of his best tools, to be honest.